look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. Before you play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day, a beautiful morning of checking these buttons. Why? Because it's the weekend, baby. We done made it. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Chapters down below if you want to skip around, and that sub button right there on the race to, what is that? I think 66K. So close. Thank you guys for taking the time to help the channel grow. Grab your cup of coffee, y'all. Today is a Saturday morning, and it's time to kick back, relax, drink you some coffee, get you some eggs and bacon, and get ready to check these buttons, because without further ado, we got to get it started. Let's go. All right, now into them first set of Harada deleting that infamous tweet. Buttons that need to be checked. What the hell is going on? There's a lot of speculation. For those that might not know, see on the, I think it was on the last video, Harada made this apology tweet. A lot of people showed a lot of love respecting it, but basically apologizing for the way things are currently set up on that Tekken side, I guess, with the developers and whatnot. I'm gonna show a quick clip to catch you guys up. Check it out. Saying, I understand the community has some questions about the release of this stage DLC. As the person in charge of Tekken franchise, I apologize. The development side and publish side each have their own roles, and they are different in ways they think and the responsibilities. I, who should have been the one to act as a bridge between the two, have not been able to properly participate in the publishing sales decisions making process. For as a result, I think there were parts of the process that I did not take the Tekken community opinion into account. I think I failed to create an organizational structure that would allow me to oversee things beyond my own position. Now bringing it back to today, well, I believe just yesterday all this was posted. Apparently he deletes the tweet. So now a lot of people are speculating like, okay, what the hell happened? Why would he delete that? A lot of people were showing love to the tweet, so why would there be any reason to delete it? I see Moonsault Slayer posting this saying Harada deleted his apology. You can see it right here. Then you can start seeing the questions / speculations right here, right? Saying the corporate got his humbleness. Not surprised Bandai Namco was not happy with it. Harada always seems to want to keep it honest, but the higher ups in corporate don't like it. And I hope Harada didn't get into trouble. He didn't deserve this down there. So yeah, pretty much everybody's saying the same thing. From there, somebody named of @SpookyJSleep tags me in some Reddit posts. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Saying, Ernesto, Harada deleted the apology for this stage DLC. Can we get these buttons checked? And then when you click on it, let's click on the Reddit right here. You can see pretty much saying the same thing, that Harada deleted that apology regarding the stage DLC. Now, if you look down below at these comments on Reddit, same thing. I guess Bamco wasn't happy about Harada hinting he'll argue against paid stages in the future, and then Corp didn't like it. The first corporate lesson I learned in my early 20s was that a company will never apologize or admit fault. LOL, I bet the higher up scolded him for speaking or slipping some truth and asked him to delete it. And basically, everybody is saying the same thing. Bancops did not like it. His bosses didn't like the tweet. And yeah, same train of thought, right? But yeah, you have to, I mean, you would have to assume by this point, right, that that's it, because why else? The tweet wasn't getting any negative feedback. If anything, people were respecting him more because he didn't have to do that. He was like saying, you know, I left, I'm not in that particular department anymore, but I am like the head, I'm the face. I've been the face for a long time. I could have set up a better structure. I could have paid more attention to that side and kind of checked in with them from time to time to make sure they did it right, or they knew how to do it right. Even though I'm over here, you know, doing my own thing on this side, I could have did better. But I guess at that same time, if you happen to be that other department, you know, the ones that Harada was referring to, you could take it as a shot, right? Because they could have took it personally, or it could be the higher ups, like everybody is saying, like, what are you talking about? We're doing it wrong. What are you talking about? It could be better. This is the way it should be, right? You're kind of making us look bad. You're making yourself look good, but you're making us look bad. Like I said, I'm not saying that's exactly how it was. I'm just saying, I guess it could be taken like that from their standpoint. On FGC's point of view, from the most part, everybody was like, nah, we appreciate the transparency. We appreciate the real talk, because we can see this is how it is. This is exactly how it looks. And 9 times out of 10, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, you already know that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody at the end of the day just appreciated like Harada coming through like that. And if they would have just left it, I mean, the PR, because we all know PR nowadays sucks in every form of fashion, right? But just Harada doing that was probably the best thing they could have did, period. But now, obviously, it's deleted, and one can only connect the dots as to why. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And next up, for the big names in the FGC coming together to talk some Marvel vs. Capcom buttons that need to be checked. I thought this was real cool. This was posted about 2 days ago, so Capcom Europe, I'll put their information down below, said, want some familiar faces in the fighting game veterans talk about the history, community, and legacy of Marvel vs. Capcom series featuring, and you got all the big names right there. So we're only gonna show a little, couple clips, I should say. This is actually like this is 8 minutes long. So I'll put the link down below so you can check out the whole thing. Let's check out some clips. Let's go.
Anybody that watches any cartoons, you know what I'm saying, you always have that what if factor in your mind. Like, man, what if these guys would fight?
When you're watching X-Men animated cartoon and you see like Storm and Magneto flying around, you know, chasing against Sentinels, it really felt like that. It felt like the gameplay really represented what we grew up with.
If you're looking at what drew me to Marvel vs. Capcom, it's probably what drew a lot of people to Marvel vs. Capcom, is Spider-Man could punch Ryu. It didn't take more than that, that's enough.
But the fact that you had an opportunity to use characters like Gambit or Rhodes versus Cammy and Chun-Li.
It's a game that kind of just like lets you do whatever because, you know, they didn't exactly know how this was going to play out. That refinement is one of the coolest things to look at, in my personal opinion.
A lot of people in my school, they're like kids playing this game. They were able to do air combos, and I was trying to be friends with them, and they said, you can't be my friend if you can't beat me in this game. So I went and took a whole summer playing the game by myself, practicing, so I could learn how to play the game and beat them, and then I actually beat them and became their friends.
Damn, can we pause right there? Justin actually said he was kicking it with some kids that said, you can't even kick it with us. You can't even be our friend unless you beat us in this damn game. So he wanted to do it so bad, he went, studied, came back, whooped that ass and said, all right, now let's be friends. Damn, that's FGC for your ass. Anyway, let's continue.
I won my first tournament, and from there it steamrolled to me traveling across the world. I really owe my life to Marvel vs. Capcom, I think, when it comes down to that.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 pretty much made the man that I am today. It gave me an opportunity to travel the world and speak to people. It gave me an opportunity to really know and feel what it's like to be like, man, at the time I wasn't really thinking about it, but now looking back, kind of felt like, you know, when a basketball player was on the road for the season, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I wasn't out there all freaking day everywhere, but like, it just gave me that, you know, that first look of what it really was to be a competitor for real.
That is cool though, if you think about it, what Yipes was just saying, like, it gave him his first chance to travel around the world and to feel like a competitor. Kind of comparing it to like athletes when they're traveling, you know, during the year and whatnot. FGC, like gaming, just opened up so many doors. I like to compare it to like b-boying, because way back in the day, believe it or not, I used to b-boy. I used to do it for a long time. I used to teach kids that, like way back in like 2001, 2003. Anyway, I've always said this, like FGC to me is like hip hop. Like the way it started, the way it's still kind of underground, the way people fight to keep it pure. And you got some that are mainstream and some that are here. And you still got grudge matches and people that like to battle, like rap battle and all this other stuff. It's very much like the way it's growing, to me, should just share so many similarities to like original old school hip hop versus like rap and like the bullshit we see nowadays on the radio or hear nowadays on the radio. Anyway, there's a lot of comparisons and I just think it's really cool. Let's wrap it up.
It's a dream come true sort of game that allows those characters and franchises and things that you wish could have existed on their own. Marvel vs. Capcom as a platform sort of allows that to happen.
If you're a new player coming into Marvel vs. Capcom and you're like, man, you know, this is an old game, I'm kind of young, I want to get into the game, just pick whoever you want. The combos are so fun. You can literally stay in training mode for hours.
All right, next up for them, Arturo Sanchez, aka Sabin, coming back to the FGC. Believe it or not, buttons that need to be checked. This is the last thing that I thought was going to be happening. I just saw this last night. Literally yesterday, right before I went to bed. So people were talking, obviously tagging me in it. I appreciate the love. Apparently Sabin, if you don't remember, I might show a clip right here where him and Dieminion got into it over some money. Dieminion was saying that, you know, Arturo, I think it was over $3,000 that he took from Dieminion, promised that he was going to build a computer, only to never build the computer. They went to court. Arturo, either he was found guilty or he pled guilty, one of that. They figured out a payment plan, and from my last understanding of the story, because it happened a lot, I believe it was like mostly last year, where Arturo agreed to do a payment plan. I did see where Dieminion posted saying that he made one of the payments. I think it was only like $200 a month or something like that. But since then, he's missed quite a few of them. Now, like I said, take that with a grain of salt, because last I remember, that was some months ago. Last I saw that story was like January, February. It was very early, I think this year or late last year. But one of the things that stuck out in the story, I remember Dieminion telling him like how disappointed he was and all that stuff. Arturo responded saying that FGC is not his community no more, so he don't have to worry about it. Well, apparently since then he's changed his mind, because he posted this just yesterday saying, "Hi, it's been a while. I stopped at Arcade Brooklyn and dropped off an SF2 hyper fighting board on their tourney tonight. I won't be silent any longer. I'm getting tired of people slandering my name on X this year with some smear campaigns, so I'll be returning back to the FGC, at least locally. Had to go to work, but I'll be back at the shop later tonight. I have a lot of unfinished business. Sup." Damn. This man said, "I am tired of the slander on my name. I had to go to work. I had to do something, but I'll be back in the FGC, at least locally. Got a lot of unfinished business." Damn. So we shall see how this is about to be unpacked. A lot of people, though, in the community are reacting. I'll put it on the screen right now. You got a lot of people actually welcoming him back. I know some, you can see probably on the screen, saying what's been said that you would call slanderous, or it's only slander if it's not true. And then if you continue, this is where I was saying, you see a lot of people right here saying, "Glad to see you back. Welcome back. Hey, all right, welcome back, welcome back." So yeah, there's two sides of the fence. Obviously, you got some people out there that like gonna feel some type of way, but there are still people out there that like, all right, this is what's up, welcome back. But then from there, it gets even deeper. This is where you're gonna wanna grab you a sip. You know what I'm saying? Grab you a little cup of coffee right now. Too early for popcorn, so just get that coffee. Anyway, Dieminion, AKA Kevin, right, responds to that, the gentleman in question that he owes money to, responds to that tweet saying, "Have the money you owe me ready when the marshal comes for it." So I guess the marshal is like having to visit for this for some reason. "And if I collect 2 more judgments in case you don't pay me, the court will triple the amount you owe, just so you know where we are." Now, people respond to that as well, but apparently, I guess Sabin or Arturo didn't really care for that comment as much, because then Dieminion posted this saying, "First, he hid my reply so you guys couldn't respond to it, and then he blocked me. So much for leaving the FGC like he said he would in the courthouse." And you see it right here, Dieminion, or I'm sorry, Sabin, and then you're blocked. So yeah, this is crazy shit, because for one, I honestly thought it was done. We saw a lot of it. There was like at least 2 stories that we covered on it. One was like really lengthy because Dieminion shared everything that happened at the courthouse, and it was intense, right? A lot of people, though, felt some type of way, like sad. I know I did, because I met Sabin, I met Arturo Sanchez, and personally to me, this is just to me, didn't get to kick it with him a lot, but I met him at a couple tournaments, and he was always very nice to me and Dirty Low, right? Super nice guy, just showed us all around the venue, showed us love, right? I also met Dieminion. I met Kevin years ago, right? When my son was like 10 years old or something like that. And now, just so you know, my son is 20. You know what I'm saying? So it was a minute. And once again, he was super polite. He was the nicest guy. For a long time, Dieminion was my favorite player because I was a Gao main way in the back. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw Dieminion, I just looked up to him, man. I was like, this is my dude. So to see 2 guys that you respect and like in the community have a clash like this, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? It sucks to have to like report this, because you don't want to see this shit at the end of the day. Even Kevin or Dieminion, you know, at the end of the day was like, "Yo, me and Arturo have been friends for a long time. They're both from like the same area. So they have so much history together. So therefore," he was basically saying, "You know, it breaks my heart that I have to do anything. If anything, I'm more disappointed and feel betrayed that I even have to go through something like this with you." And it did look, I'm not gonna lie, it did look that Sabin was gonna be gone. Arturo was gonna dip from the community, handle this whatever way he could, and then just not mess with the FGC no more. There was a lot going on. You know, there was the whole Maturino allegations, but then from what I could understand, Maturino kind of cleared that up. I don't know to what extent, but this is the one. This situation between him and Dieminion was the one after that stuck out the most, because they were like, all right, there's actually like proof on this one, and you've been convicted on this one in a court of law. You know what I'm saying? And this one kind of, you know, brought a lot of sour taste to people's mouths when it came to Sabin and Arturo. But now Arturo is like, I'm back. There's some slander. I'm here to like clear things up. So it's going to get interesting. Dieminion seems like he's not letting his foot off the gas. He's still trying to collect that money because, like I said, I think it was about $3,000. And so far, he's probably only got like 200, maybe 400 at the most. But like I said, also take that with a grain of salt because that's what I remember from the story last I saw it. But either way, you can tell from the vibes right here, doesn't seem like it changed much. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Thank you guys for the amazing love. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful Saturday morning. It is early. That's why it's still dark. Oh, you can kind of see the sun coming up now. But either way, I'm hoping to get this video out earlier today because we got bogus journeys, y'all. We got me and Dirty Low tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bringing that bogus journey love for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And then after that, we'll see you again with some button check. If not Monday, then Tuesday, the latest. So either way, have a great weekend because it's action packed on this side. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
And now for that sweet moment of FGC bliss. This one right here was posted from somebody by the name of RDE at RDE_IRL. Posted this saying, know your moves, the rich white girl sweep. Enjoy.